Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa walah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So inshallah I'm going to take a few minutes and do a quick presentation on the top 10 apps, Muslim apps for the iPad, the iPhone, and your iPod. And I know what some of you are thinking, why just Apple products? But really it's just because I personally use the iPhone, and most of these apps are available for all the devices. And so inshallah it'll benefit all of us. Just before we get started, how many people actually here use apps, like in their phones, their mobile phones? Just put your hand up, just trying to get an idea. So alhamdulillah, a good number of you guys use that. And apps can be very useful. I've been using them since 2007, I think, when they first came out. And they're good for your productivity. When you're waiting in lines, people waste their time just like doing nothing. You go in a superstore Saturday morning, it's going to take forever. In the bus, some people like in the bus for 45 minutes. On the train every day, you can't even sit down. So you can't even it's tough to read a book while you're standing. So apps can really help you out. And so I have a quick presentation here that I want to show you guys. And really, there's a lot more apps than this, but I only have 10 minutes to share with you guys. And inshallah we'll get started. So the first one I have here is called Qur'an Reader. And Qur'an Reader is one of my favorite because alhamdulillah, currently I'm going to a Qur'an class every week. And it was always difficult, carrying your mushaf. And you have that dilemma, you have your little text, your little small Qur'an. You can't really read it, right? It's tough to read. And if you carry the big one, that's inconvenient. So really with an app, you can have it right there in your phone. You only need one hand, so you can be, for example, on a train, just holding on. You can read your app. It's got like multiple bookmarks. If you take a look here, you got index, really nice index for all the juz's, and also by hizb on this one. And it tells you what verse it starts with. If you look in the middle right here, it also has an audio player. It's really nice for those people who are trying to learn Qur'an. The best way to do that is listening and reading. And so with this one you can do that. It's really nice to do. You can repeat verses, etc. And if you press on the verse, it's really nice here. You can go through the short tafsir. You can email it. You can get the translation. So it's really nice to use in your day-to-day life. And this one, yes, it costs $3.99, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it to have. So that's the first one. The second one is called Qur'an Tafsir. Now this one, it's only available in Arabic, but it's a really amazing one because in the past people have to carry these 10 volumes of tafsir. Alhamdulillah, this is a blessing. You can carry all Ibn Kathir on this small device that you put in your pocket. And for example, in this one, you have your ayat in the top, and you have in the bottom your tafsir. And when you scroll down, up and down, your tafsir will go, it'll follow you. So it's really nice. You can follow through with that. You can zoom in. You can go through the translation. And it's really good. And you have Ibn Kathir available, Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi. So all of these tafsir are available. And I think you have to purchase each one. But it's definitely a bonus. Because you can memorize Quran, but really when you understand what you're reading, that's when it really affects you. The third one is Ahkam Tajweed. And for me, this one is amazing because, especially for those people who are trying to learn how to actually properly read the Quran, it's tough to find a place where you can find all the rules. And this one is available in Arabic and in English, right? And if you see, look in the middle here, it's got, the rulings of the Basmala, your Nun Sakina, your Mim Sakina, all these rules. And then the nice thing about it is it has definitions, and then it has audio examples. So you're trying to learn about idgham here on the right. You can just click on the audio icon, and then Sheikh Sudais will just show you how it's done. So it's really nice to use. So definitely a nice thing to have with your other Quran apps. And it's only $2.99, no big deal. That's a double, I think. Okay, so the next one is My Dua. My Dua, I think it's a pretty new one, and this one is, I think, one of the best ones. If you remember, the Fortress of a Muslim, that book that a lot of people have, that one, even though it's small, it's still kind of inconvenient nowadays to carry with you. And so with this one, you got this really nice interface. You have all these icons that have your adhkar and your dua for everything, right? And the nice thing about this is if you look at the far right, you got the Arabic text, you got the transliteration if you really can't read Arabic that well, and then also you have the translation. And on top of that, you also have the audio if you want to learn how to say it. And so let's say you're invited to a wedding and you don't know what to say to the newlywed. According to the Sunnah, you go to that thing and then right away you know what to say, right? Let's say you want to do your istikhara. It's all in there, right? You want to say something, you don't know what to say before you eat or after you eat, before you go to the washroom, it's all in there. So it's really good app to have for sure. And it's only 99 cents. So this one is a bargain for sure. And this one is the kids version of it. And I don't use this, but if you have a little sister or you have a young kids that steal your phone and they want to use it, this is a really nice one for them to use. It's really, there's really nice animations and cartoons, and there's a funny looking guy with a kufi bigger than his head. So it's really nice for the kids to go through this. It's audio, and they're really enjoyed, and I think they'll learn from it as well. The next one is called Torchbearers. Torchbearers is one of the courses that Al-Maghrib Institute offers. And for those of you who don't know what Al-Maghrib Institute is, Al-Maghrib Institute is an Islamic institution that teaches Islamic studies, like in a way that's fun, sociable, spiritual, and of course, academic. So it's we have a booth out here, and we also have a chapter in Calgary. If you're interested, you can visit our booth. We haven't had this class yet, but we plan to have it, inshallah. And this one is a course about our scholars in our history. And it has their biographies, and the nice thing about it has their quotes. People always quote people, some random guy they never heard of. And this one, you have quotes from all our Islamic scholars, and they're really nice quotes. If you're ever feeling down or something like that, you go through one of these quotes, they're really powerful. And there's an example right there on your right. You can email these to your friends, right through the app. You can save them as your favorites, and it's really nice to have. And this one is totally free, so there's no reason why anybody shouldn't have this one. The next one is called Qamar ad-Din. And this one of my friends told me about it, and it's really nice. What this does is it measures your Islamic behaviors. So your salah, your fasting, if you do some kind of sadaqah every day, those kind of things, and even your Qur'an. And I think this app is linked to the Qur'an reader I talked about. So if you're reading and you stop, this one will track how much you're reading every day, as long as you go in there and click it. And if you look in the middle, you can actually track what you're doing. And so if you go to your Salah tab, you can press on, for example, Fajr, and then you have an option to say, I prayed Fajr, Jama'ah, I prayed in a masjid, I prayed with the Sunnah, and then you will see over time, what's your track record, and maybe you'll be able to see gaps. And we all know that what is measured improves, right? So definitely a good app to have, and it's free. It's free, so you should definitely get this one. The next one is called Zabiha, and it has nothing to do with slaughtering. This one is it's one of my favorite actually. Every time Muslims, I should say hungry Muslims get together and they're trying to find a place to eat, it always takes hours and hours. And then when they're almost there, somebody is like, is it even Zabiha? Right? And then everybody it takes forever. So this one is really nice. With just one click or one touch, I guess, it can show you all the halal restaurants in Calgary, right? And it shows you, it gives you contact information, their address, and it can take you straight to your GPS app. And then it tells you all the halal markets as well. You don't know where to go. And also where all the masajid are. Contact information, and distance, how far is it. So it's a really nice app to have. And also if you're planning to travel somewhere, you can actually put in an address and it'll tell you, how many restaurants are there that are halal. So definitely a nice one to have as well. The next one is Al-Qibla, another free app that I also use a lot. And this one is, it's really nice for your prayer because it's got your prayer times, and it comes in English as well. It's got your prayer times, and a notice will come on your phone. It'll tell you, it's Fajr time. So it's really nice to have. It tells you, how much time left till the next salah. Also, as you can see in the middle, it can show you your Qibla direction like on your GPS, you know, from whatever street you're on or place you are. So it's very nice to have. And then on the third slide, you can see that you can actually like find your Qibla. And this is one of the best ones. I know a lot of them don't work very well. This is one of the best ones I've seen. And it's also free, so definitely a good one to have. And this one, Keys to Paradise, is also another free app. And this one is actually pretty cool. What you can do with this one, basically it's been compiled and it has, you know how the Prophet ﷺ, there's a lot of ahadith about, you know, small things you can do that can take you to Jannah, right? And so in this one, it mentions all those ahadith. You know, all these small things that you can do that can take you to Jannah, and also mentions things that, you know, little things that people avoid that can lead someone to the hellfire. May Allah SWT protect us. So it's a really nice app to have. And also it has, you know, some Qur'an here, like some of the things that you should recite every day. You know, like Surah Al-Mulk before you sleep, Ayat Al-Kursi, etc. You know, the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, they're all there, and that has audio as well. So this one is very nice to have as well. Very nice, you know, interface as well. And it's free. So, you know, you definitely should get this one. And I have a bonus one as well. I don't think this is like an Islamic app, but it's definitely a good one to have. And to show you, to get you guys to appreciate it, just remember the time where you're going on a field trip or you're traveling, and you know, you're a little tired and you need some caffeine. It's a long drive, and your buddy tells you, you know, there's definitely a coffee shop, you know, in the next street. And then you go there and you're like, I'm pretty sure I saw one there. And then you go, and then it takes you an hour to find a coffee shop. So don't worry about that. Timmy Me will take care of that. The fastest way to find the nearest double-double. I think this one just came out recently. I just wanted to add it in there. It's really nice. It also, if you're ever curious how many calories those donuts have, you can check it out here. You'll be surprised on some of them. And to finish, and with that, I'll finish. Hopefully this benefited you guys. And if you have any questions, inshallah, you can come to the booth and holler at me. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.